yourself soldiers, that you are now partners of the people in trying to implement whatever monies that are given to you, then we will partner with you as civilians. So the AFP, the Philippine Army, by the Constitution, is that mandated to secure the people. Mandated to secure the people. Their plans constitute, next, their plans constitute what they are, what they would want the people to think of them. So they want their plans to be co-owned. What we're doing now for RCBW to reach out to online agencies and to civilian people like Lurusalam is to say we co-manage, we co-plan. Kasi niremind ako ni DBM Secretary Butch Abade, guys, how's ARM? Are we co-managing, co-planning with our people? Kami sa RLA, we still have to really bring in the people to watch us. Minsan kami lang ng RLA nag-uusap. But we need the communities to be part of our legislative proposals. We'd like them to participate in committee meetings. We'd like them to be there when our Organic Act, our law in ARM, is presented to them. So, the APR is an open document, they say, that will be co-owned by the nation, by the Philippine country it tries to serve. Next. A feature also on why the army is created. It's created to make peace. It's not created to make war, please. So as women, why are we here? Why are we gender planning? Yesterday I was at Buluan, and I was telling the ABCs, maybe gender planning is about you and I, man and woman, together planning for our development. This is not about women alone. It is about human relationships. It is about a woman who is not heard by the man, and a man who could even be violated upon by the woman. Because all often we talk beautifully, but forget that our men's language is that they don't talk. We have to understand how they not talk. Their language is non-verbal. Right? So maybe our stakeholders need to be understood. Baka yung mga Bangsamoro, hindi lang kailangan proyekto. Baka kailangan intindihin ang kanilang naiisip. Ang dami ng pera nilaan sa ARM. That's just my point kasi. So Japan is here. Where do we bring it? Baka hindi kasi natin natiteach ang Bangsamoro how to fish. Instead, we always give the fish. How to fish, how to give him that net, how to give him that boat. But how does he make that boat? How does he make the net? How does he make that house? And how does he make a garden? So, in closing, this is just telling you that the Army is also trying to do its share. And I'm telling you their plan because I'm part of their planning process. How are we as women also doing our planning to be mutually benefiting our government? So the AFP strategy, they want to conduct support operations to win the peace. So sa atin, what is our mission for our gender plans? So that they don't threaten the stability of the state. Next. So just an overview. So this is just an example of what they're doing planning-wise. Because we're doing planning this morning. Thank you So in closing, I'd like to also share what is the local National Action Plan. Inspired by United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325. Ladies, when you plan, please don't forget the NAP, the National Action Plan, as advocated also by the Office of the Presidential Advisor on the Peace Process. The NAP, National Action Plan, aims to protect women's rights and prevent violations to them, empower women for their active and meaningful participation, and promote mainstream gender perspective in all aspects. It institutionalizes a system to monitor, evaluate, and report its implementation. Can you support me on my advocacy for local government units and line agencies of ARM to post a poster outside of their offices or in highways, in conspicuous places where they post the monies, the IRAs that they get, and place where their 5% are? So that was my advocacy yesterday din sa Maguindanao when we had our eval or End Violence Against Women launched with the Vice Governor by Non Caron. Clearly, without transparency and open governance, our gender planning is not. Because gender activists like I know that it is only women also who can demand at times gender transparency from government. We also would like that women look at legislations that can benefit them. So the Armed Gender Code is there. What else can be needed to legislate your rights and responsibilities? Do we need to also have ulamas participate, for instance, in this planning? Do we need khutbas and sermons to be more gender sensitive in the communities every Friday sermon? Do we also want crisis centers to be put up in every barangay hall where women can also visit? Can we strengthen the clans and families, clan association, culture, and adat and maratabat to be part of our planning? Because this is very unique. In ARMM, we're also tackling culture, not just law, Western law, Philippine law, Code of Muslim Personal Laws, but we also have our own unwritten and uncodified laws, which is the adat and maratabat systems. And for me, my suggestion is, every time we have planning, let's have a culture expert vet on the document that is coming out of our plans. Maybe that's why so many plans have not succeeded, because they are not culturally, religiously sensitive. They don't touch the hearts of our people. So with that, congratulations to RCBW on our gender planning for 2013. May electoral reform be also part of your planning. I have worked very much on electoral reform. It's very personal to me, the crusade on electoral reform, because I'm part of Reform Arm now, where we advocated for one person, one registration, one vote. Right now, ERB hearings are being conducted where multiple registrants are being reduced from those who claim themselves to be voters of ARMM, of the July 9 re-registration. Right now, we're looking at a massive decrease in registered voters for the May 2013 elections. All other personal advocacies of mine include anti-criminality. I think women are very effective in reporting, in monitoring, in using two-way radio and internet to report violations against the people. It is found out in a Marawi City barangay in my hometown that women, because they stay home, mothers, they are very observant in their villages of what goes in and what goes out of the community. They are effective in texting to the army suspicious transactions. And may I add, if we could work with the MILF, since it's already ceasefire with a framework agreement on Bangsamoro, what can we women do together post-FAB? Livelihood is very important, because right now there's no conflict or war supposedly. Maybe it's anti-criminality, the bigger jihad that we have to fight right now. The wars against men who think that using their guns, unregistered guns, is their way to have their macho image maintained. Using terrorist tactics to scare us as a people. And lastly, my advocacy on jailed women. Please visit a jail, and how are they? Please know their situation. Many of our Bangsamoro women, 1,000 of them are in Metro Manila. Some are in jails outside of ARMM and within jails in ARMM. They are product of the migration inequality or injustice. I say migration injustice because we have no employment to provide them in ARMM. Do you ever ask yourself, does a government person stand in the airport and ask, ikaw ba babae, ginusto mo bang umalis? Parang prostitute. Tinanong ako ng ABS-CBN, did a prostitute want this trade of hers to be legalized? Definitely not. A prostitute will not want to sell her body to faceless men that she faces every night. It's the same for every Bangsamoro woman who goes to the airport to leave her family and go abroad. It's not her choice. But where do they go? Where are the jobs that are provided for them? There's none. So employment is important post-FAB. Rights and responsibilities is important post-FAB. Employment, crisis centers is important post-FAB. Because men sometimes don't really find us spaces in conversations. And sometimes it's really women support systems. Women who talk among themselves. those needs, those spaces need to be provided for by government often. So with that, again, congratulations mga kababaihan. Forgive me for being sometimes often passionate, but this is really just me, a 37-year-old daughter of yours, trying to find her way without a daughter. Still 10 years old, married, but no daughter of her own. But in your energy, I find my energy. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.